Hello and welcome to a vertical version of the Trial and Error podcast. I figured I'd try it out because why not? I'm here on location in the Peacock Lounge. That is my childhood pool that went dry, filled with weeds, and I have since reclaimed it to pour in some more memories into this bad boy, make a hangout place for friends and family, of course around this adorable clay fire pit. But anyways, I was thinking to myself, because I've been real pent up, you know, the nickname Sandwich, all the followers of the tap are the Sliders, little sandwiches, it's cute, my creative studio is the Lunchbox. But guess what? I've been so goddamn angry lately. So pent up, I've been feeling more like a panini. I'm getting crusty, salty. Panini still tastes pretty good, but not the way I've been feeling lately. It's just been little things pissing me the fuck off. And I recalled, wow, what better reason to have a podcast, or one of the many great reasons to have a podcast, is to bitch, piss, and moan to people who may or may not be watching or listening. Who cares? F it. But if you have some ears, I got a vent.
Here we go!
I got a vent. Please hear me out, because there's just been tiny little things pissing me off. Number one, I just walked across to the lake, and by God, I'm on the bridge. On the bridge to beautiful Lake Solano. And there are two Nightcrawler little styrofoam cups just sitting there with their caps on, a half-emptied water bottle, and then an open jar of power bait. Just sitting there on the side, like the stupid fucks who are fishing there didn't think twice to pick it all up. I opened it, and to my dismay, there were two like creamy, sloppy remains of worms that were left in this wet and muddy container to die. Just been baking in the sun. Who knows how long they've been there. What a miserable death those worms had. But it's just like, what the fuck? You're about to litter? Like, are you so cool? I just cannot fathom just willingly litter. I've littered unwittingly, where something flies out of my car window or something to that effect, and I feel like shit. And I'm not afraid to pick up trash that's just sitting on the ground because it's the right thing to do. Oh, you're gonna get judged for picking up a plastic bottle? Is that beneath you? It's literally beneath you, but not emotionally. Not when we're trying to save this goddamn planet. Pick up some fucking trash. And that's coming from a guy who worked at a landfill. I've seen some trash in my day. Doesn't need to be left out here in nature. Doesn't need to be up on any of the trails or whatever. If you think you're too good to hold on to that shit and throw it away later, the inconvenience is that great to you? F*** you, whoever did that. That's all I'm going to say. I try to be Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Understanding. But when I see two cups of Nightcrawler containers and half-empty bottle of water and a fucking one scoop out of the power bait, it was lime green, lime yellow, and all sparkly. Fuck you. When you're leaving that there, there's intent, there's laziness, there's just, oh, you're a bad boy, bad girl. Whatever you are, you're being a dick. That's what you are. I don't care who or what you identify as. You are a fucking piece of shit. I know I'm saying a lot of bad words, but I'm all upset, especially from that power bait. Just littering. You disgust me. If you've littered, you're scum. Litter yourself.
About that.
Whatever that means. Another thing, what pissed me off?
Woo woo.
Having to go cover the Davis Senior Awards night. Yes, it's my job, but what I had to do took all of 20 minutes, and I had to sit there through it for 2 hours, just knowing absolutely nobody. Just me bitching about my job. I was just so grumpy. I had a bad case of the grumpies because it took 2 hours out of my Tuesday night, or I could have had my thumb planted far up my ass me watching anime. No, I had to go cover these kids being awarded for their hard effort. There was a lot of kids that balled out, got multiple scholarships, and just made the most out of their high school experience moving forward in the future. Something I did not do. Yeah, I applied here or there, but there's kids just grabbing money, free money for writing an essay. It's taking advantage. But regardless, I had a bad case of the grumpies, and I was sitting there, standing up all grumpy, looking down from afar on it's just a big old amphitheater. And so what happened was, so I got the case of the grumpies. Sitting there, arms crossed. I'm so grumpy, I don't clap for anybody. Everybody's clapping, hee-hawing. Oh, I was that guy. Arms crossed, staring down, grumpy face, sending out nothing but bad vibes into this joyous environment. Now, the more I'm talking about, I realize what a piece of shit I am for bringing that stale ass mood into this elation. Everybody's bored there. I looked over this old guy's shoulder. He was playing cribbage on his phone. Cribbage. What an animal. But yeah, just super grumpy. And this lady, I'm standing back there, arms crossed, and this lady, it's like me and this guy are about as far away from me and the pot here. Arms crossed, and this lady kind of like nudges in, but he knows her. I think, first I was like, is she special ed? Just barging in like this. Might have been the guy's wife. Don't think she was special ed, but just kind of no sense of, I was like, muttered, geez. I moved my backpack over to the side, but there was like a sound, it's like a carpet square on the wall so sound could stay held within the building. One of those was jutting out, totally messing up my lean against the wall. Had to do it more like this. Ridiculous. And the guy was like, hey, thanks for moving. Or thanks. Just a thanks. And I kind of give him a periphery glance, not much, and go, give him, Boy, howdy was I grumpy. I tell you, I would say it's out of character, but man, when I'm just going down that rabbit hole, I just turn into the biggest little bitch. Coin that. I turn into the biggest little bitch, where it's just like, well, why you gotta be that grumpy? Was it a waste of time? Sure. It was for my job? Yes. It's just, I made it a thing. Oh, I made it a thing. Hope you're listening, Brian White.
You fucking bitch!
I made that a thing, being all grumpy. And then that carried over today a little bit. Just been out of my mojo for one reason or another. Just an old angry guy walking around. And, oh my God. Worked out. Anytime Fitness in Winter, shout out. And then I'm on my way, where the hell? I had to go to Town and Country. This prices make me angry, but I had to get some kitty food for a little Kit Kat. I'm going towards Pewter Creek. I'm going eastbound on Main Street, about to take that left, where there's heavy foot traffic to be expected. It's downtown Winters, baby, hustling, bustling, that Pewter Creek crowd. And these old fucks, two kind of younger than some couple of white hairs. One guy's like 6'2", walking like he's good, and there's a lady with the cane, white hair. And instead of going all the way to the sidewalk, which may cost them all of 10 more steps before a left turn, they just go behind the cars and are walking halfway out into the fucking street. I slowly make my turn. I'm like, you're not going to do this. At least, if you're going to do that, at least creep in between the each parked car. Go between that space. If your car's parked right there, I get it. They walk halfway down the fucking block. Just halfway out in the middle, kind of slowly moving their way inward, but they're there. I'm just creeping. They could have been schmacked by anybody who cared less. I cared enough to pause what I was listening to, roll down my passenger side window. I'm like, hey, you guys, you gotta get off the fucking street. Hey, you guys, you gotta get off the fucking street. They might have said something back, but I was so heated. There's already trucks that are, their beds are so large, like even one had to swerve into oncoming traffic halfway because the street is so goddamn narrow, people parking like with their asses hanging out. Don't be fooled, railroad is a little bit dangerous from, outside looking in, just driving in it. Get these pedestrians walking on the sidewalk, and I don't know. Can't get mad at somebody with a large, bed of their truck with two wheels on the rear side of it because their penis is just that big. I get it.
Dude, nice.
I get it. It's massive, throbbing. Let us all see it. Flop it out with those two tires on either side of the rear on your truck. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm going to add that to it too. Fuck that. Who needs, four-wheel drive's not enough? Your bed is huge. It's jacked up 3 feet, and you have to have not one but two pairs of tires on either side. The f*** are you doing? If you have that, I sincerely hope that the inside of those two tires pop. Not to the point that you crash, but you realize it, and you have to remove both of those outside tires just to get to it. And then you drive, and I want the outside tires to pop. While you're safe, of course. I want you to be inconvenienced with all the pop tires, and you're going to have to be replacing. God damn, bet you're the same guy that left all the fishing bait. Scumbag. It's good to be perfect. Very good to be perfect. I need to rant more on the tab. This is fantastic. Loose goddamn cannon. Look at me using the Lord's name in vain. If I was in your Peacock Lounge, you're just hanging out, let your words fly, baby. What else am I pissed about? I think there had to have been more. There's just like little petty things. Little petty things, I should say. Had a little unplanned soiree the other night, Sunday. Had my homies over. We was drinking, we had the fire pit going, it was nice. And 3 o'clock rolls around, which is way later than I ever wanted to stay up. Got the cuz Stephanie living on the other side of the duplex. We call it the plex, no big deal. And she's dead to the world. I invited her a little kickback, but she had a long birthday weekend, a lot of shenanigans over yonder at Bottle Rock, so God bless her. Her birthday. Shout out to Steph Ivory, baby. My guess, can't fault people for having the energy to go hard, but all of us, I think maybe one was in their 30s, possibly 40s. And I'm like, you guys, it is 3 o'clock. I'm responsible for all you hooligans. If you guys want to take the party elsewhere, go for it, but I'm not about to be asleep during an event where it's like, yes, it's all fun and games, but people acting silly. People might be trying to do a backflip off the table and break their neck, or something crazy might happen. I didn't want to take that chance, so I said either crash here or hit the road, because I'm going to bed. And talk about being a grumpy Gus. I was just like, you guys, come on. Like, don't be loud. Stephanie's on the other side, trying to keep all the noise to a dull roar. Wasn't crying. I don't know why I'm crying in the recall, but it was just me being a grumpy little bitch again, just cranky. I want to go to bed. That was irritating. And then just in general, staying up too late. For me, I feel like 12:30 is pushing it. If it's after 1 a.m., I know I'm going to be paying for it the next day in terms of overall vitality and energy. And then when I do that, it just kind of takes away the zeal for the next day. Yeah, I can take pre-workout to exercise. Might put energy in your body, but not like your spirit. You can get your body energized, but not your spirit. That's where you really got to get tapped into. Angry. Save the best for last. Brian White, you
fucking bitch.
Oh my God, this guy. Told the story once. I'm telling it again. You know what? I'm telling it again. I'm volunteering for Youth Day. And I say, hey guy, don't park here. You know what the guy does? He parks there. And I'm just sitting there aghast, and he tells me, hey, don't make it a thing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm making it a thing. I've gotten tremendous feedback from all, like, a bunch of loyal sliders. You got your Brentleys, your Calvies, your Lous, your Digglers, your Rachel Calvies, Charlie too. Everybody there were just kicking at Varisa Brewery, and just great reviews from the Blood Feud. And I'm gonna keep the Blood Feud going. I've not forgotten, nor shall I forget, lest we forget that I don't make it a thing. And all the boys were saying, you gotta make shirts out of that. I want to use this guy. I look back at his photo, Brian White. You could parallel park a car between his eyes. They're so far apart. He's like an ugly version of Sloth. It was just so obscene that this guy had the gall. This guy with the gall. Brian White. Ah, my goodness. What are we gonna do with him? Let him sit back? I'll just talk behind his back a little bit. Create an empire based off, not making this a thing. We'll see. Shirts, stickers. It'll just be like a subsect of the tap. I've been thinking about this. What great revenge is just be successful because of this interaction. And me, like, no physical confrontation or anything like that. Like, not necessary. Like, the world's already crazy enough. But to take it to an extreme, I want to see how extreme we can make this thing that I shouldn't be making a thing out of. But it's a thing. It will be a thing, God damn it. Lest I ramble any further, Brian White. The last thing I'm grumpy about, yeah, that's him. That guy. But not you guys. I love all you guys. I honestly feel a lot better for ranting, and because I took a couple edibles earlier. This is just fantastic. I highly recommend anybody and everybody to go and rant to their phone, voice recording, I was feeling extra low budget today, so I just figured instead of taking out extension cords and microphones and all the equipment, I'll just do a little voice memo, send the MP3 to the laptop, as well I do the MP4 with my other phone, and then we go edit a little bit. It's going to be fantastic. The first all vertical episode of the Tap, you guys. I can't believe it. Maybe you can believe it, but let's just mess around with it, see how a vertical episode goes. But now I'm less angry than I was a couple minutes ago. I love you guys. Tune in to the next time of the Tap. We still got lockdown Logdanovich talk about a hunting. He had a great idea for the hunting episode of the Tap. Through a hunter's scope, I'm going to call it. Yeah. But this guy's got some stories, some great experiences, and then hopefully get Bradley Lou's ass on there. Resendo, still got to do one with him. Talk about wine. I'd like to do that on location at the Bears Gap. Resendo, I see you, baby. But, yep. Everybody, have a great day. Don't be angry. Rant about it. I love you. Bye-bye.
You lose! Good day, sir!